Why is this lesson manipulation, my beautiful spirit team? This is an energy where you or the person you're dealing with would come in and offer. This is like a master manipulator energy here, okay? Now, if I'm talking to the person who's the master manipulator here, this is a major, major life lesson. Major. This is major. Because you manipulated people to be able to get what you wanted. And you left.
Ready?
Okay. These people in the dust. They're telling me emotional manipulation. Yeah, you left yourself and other people very heartbroken. So you may be dealing with a lot of karma right now. You do need to clear a lot of karma with all this manipulation. So if you are in an emotional burden at this point, not to say that, it needs to balance. This is the cycle that needs to balance out. You need to balance out the grievances, the pain that you've caused to other people. That's how the universe works. It needs to balance. So if you were a master manipulator and manipulating people to get what you want for your own selfish reasons, and then now it's basically like you're going to feel the pain that you caused others unknowingly. Just because it needs to be balanced. Yeah, the temperance. Because it needs to balance.
Come on.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
Please, Mom.
Yes, buddy, right there, please.
Okay.
So yeah, you're balancing karma right now. You're playing out your own karma. So the purpose of this message is to basically bring you clarity, because whoever's going to resonate here is either one, questioning what's going on in their current reality. How do I overcome this? Or you needed better understanding. You are learning this lesson by specifically receiving the energy that you gave out. That's what's happening here. Yeah, the tower. So all the chaos, all the upheaval, and I remember in part 1, I was like, the tower energies here, okay? Emotional upheaval. So you are going through an emotional upheaval right now. There was a part of your journey where you hid your emotions for a long time. Now, this is your breakthrough. This emotional chaos right now is your breakthrough for your expansion. Because you basically, even though this is kind of hard to hear. You were 3, 2, 1 as I started that back up. Constant distractions. I know that it's really hard for me to record when my kids are around and things like that. But anyways, I broke open the deck right when I stopped. And, even though it's hard for us to understand and hear that, like, we have to now pay the karmic debt of the way that we treated people. But this is because you had closed yourself off to emotional expression, choosing your heart, choosing what makes you happy. They're telling me generational, okay? So there may be a huge generational cycle, a karmic cycle within your family line here where people never chose their happiness, or it took a long time for people to say, okay, I'm going to follow my heart and what makes me happy. So instead of choosing relationships and connections and friendships and however that resonates, right? Overall connections in your life, even with your family, right? It wasn't heart-led. It wasn't heart-based decisions. And so that is the repercussion, the cause and effect of the grievance today, right? So maybe you were raised to not listen to your heart, right? Which then you were in turn emotionally manipulated from caregivers. So then you reflect out emotional manipulation and now are dealing with the consequences of that cycle of emotional manipulation, all due to the underlying choices that are not heart-based. Okay, so your lesson here, as far as what I'm reading, is that you start choosing things from your heart, make heart-based decisions, choose from love. That's how you break this cycle. That's how you heal this grievance. This is how you set yourself free. Choose from the heart, because the Lovers with the King and Queen showing up right next to each other, I mean, that's straight up everything about emotions. And even I had the Ace of Cups here as well with the the Ace of Swords with the Tower. Like this, all of this emotional chaos is due to the cause and effect, the underlying non-existent heart-led choices in life overall, right? So your choices that weren't based off of love and following your heart have led you to this situation, current circumstances. But the angels are here, right? Temperance is here and saying this is where we're alchemizing it. This is where you can now let go of this cycle. This is now where you can let go of that emotional manipulation and actually choose. You can actually choose your happiness, right? You can choose what makes you happy. There's a lot of anger that needs to be transmuted here. And the constant distractions, you have to learn how to let them go, walk away. Okay, this, you need to transmute a lot of the broken cups, a lot of the emotional turmoil that you've been through. Okay, because alone within this reading, like I'm getting distracted and I'm ready to scream, because like I know that I'm in energy here overall, but the amount of things that are coming in my way, that is proof that this message is yours, because it's as if you take one step forward and then 3 steps back, and you're burdened by the little things that are happening in your current reality that aren't even giving you the chance to finish what you're starting. You can't even allow yourself to continue taking the following step because something else is dragging you back. Now that's showing you the level of this depth of the karmic cycle that you're in. Okay, when we're dealing with karmic cycles, they're deep, they're dark, they're muddy, they're murky. You have to fight. You have to fight to get out of the trenches. It's trenches of karma. It's layers of darkness. It's layers and generations of old patterning that needs to be transmuted, alchemized completely. And especially if you're talking about matters of the heart, there are going to be, not only in your personal life, emotional signatures that have been carried down to you generationally. And I'm not speaking that that's something that you have to look into, but when you are dealing with the depths that you currently are, it's feeling heavy because of that. Because you're not only dealing with your pain, you're dealing with the residual pain. You're dealing with the pain of your ancestors. You're dealing with the pain of your parents, your siblings, your aunts, your uncle. You are dealing with, everything that has not only occurred to you, but again. So they're telling you that you have to draw the line with becoming obsessed and overburdened with the burden of grief, of loss, right? And I know that's easier said than done, but with angels, with Temperance and the Star here, like the angels are coming in and they're trying to guide you out of that. Remember in like part 1 or part 2, and get out of the head and into the heart. This is for healing. This is for transmuting. This is for alchemizing. It's time to hold faith. This is time to call on a higher power. Okay, call in your guiding team, your supporting team. You have angels and you have spirit guides and you have ancestors, okay, of high white light that are here to help you clear out these emotions. This is a lot of emotional stagnancy. And if you keep running, it's going to keep getting heavier. Allow this spark to get you going, right? This is the spark, look it, of the karmic debt. This is the spark of the karmic debt. And also this is a karmic cycle that is connected to chemistry and attraction. And remember that king dangling and impulsive passion stick, that kind of energy, okay? And it's all connected because of the lack of emotional vulnerability, all right? Yeah, and this went over the 8 of Cups. You need to let go of the lusting energy, especially within commitments, okay? No more lusting, no more non-committal. Remember I was telling you, this is like a playboy energy, okay? You need to start entering into a space of loyalty and reliability, and believe and trust that you are deserving of that same energy in return. You first have to embody it to receive it.